Recording in progress.
All right, Becky, your first question will come from front row center.
We good? Okay. Hey, Becky. So looking at tonight, obviously John Quell really established herself in the paint, particularly coming off dives from the slot and at the top of the key. Looking ahead to the next game, what are ways that you look at maybe being able to defend that better?
Well, first of all, she's getting obviously too deep, so we don't want her touching the ball, so we got to work harder. I mean, we have to anticipate the hard duck-ins. They just kicked our ass in every way possible. There's no two ways about it. If there was a stat on mental toughness and physicality, they would have kicked us there too.
Becky, next question, first row to your right.
Hey, Becky. You had mentioned all series long points in the paint, points in the paint, points in the paint. I mean, you just said they kicked your ass. That gives away, 64-26.
Yeah, I mean, there's it's not anything. I mean, they just trapped harder. They just dove harder. And if it's going to be a football match down there, the physicality was, you go look at the tape.
Becky, second row center.
So then after a game like this, what do you need to do in the next 48 hours to reestablish your team the way they usually play?
Well, mental approach, first of all. They came in, Connecticut came in with a better mental approach than we did. I don't know if we thought we were just going to show up and they were going to lay down and hand us the trophy, but we should know better by now. That's a team that is very resilient. If there's one thing that this team, if you could encapsulate Connecticut, it's physical and very resilient. They're physical and they're resilient, and they have a kind of a battle type mentality. And we didn't match that tonight in any category. I mean, if you looked at our board, points in the paint, transition, rebounding, take care of the ball, we did none of it.
Becky, next question, third row to your left.
When the Sun were going on their extended runs, what were you telling your team in the timeouts when you had those moments with them?
Nothing. I mean, once they had the 20-point lead, we're just trading baskets with them. That's not going to work mathematically. And we couldn't stop them. Plain, point, simple, our defense could not stop them tonight.
Becky, fourth row center.
Becky, it's been a minute since we saw Jackie Young score in the 20s. What was working for her tonight, and what do you need more of from her going forward?
Obviously, she got her three ball going a little bit. They made an adjustment and put Bonner on Chelsea. And Jackie, the way they were double teaming and blitzing a lot of times, she found some spots. We need her to stay aggressive, and we need to, let it fly when they blitz like that. But if we got it out of the blitz, I thought we were too hesitant a lot of times with that first pass out. We held it, just let the defense recover. They threw in a little bit of zone, and we expected that because why not? If you're them. But I thought the first 5 minutes kind of set the tone for the whole game. And you don't want to be digging out of a hole on the road. There's just too many things that have to go your way. And like I said, at the end of the day, when we had to dig in and get stops, we couldn't.
Becky, third row to your right.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk about how difficult it is to face Alyssa Thomas, especially when she has a night like she did tonight?
Well, I mean, she's a beast. I went to a UFC fight the other night. I would not want to get in the cage with her. She is just tough, tough, and then a playmaker. I mean, I think they do a good job of finding her in spots where she can be effective, but also she does a nice job of trying to find her teammates, reading defenses constantly. She's the point guard, basically, in a lot of ways. So when she's making great reads like that, they become very, very hard to guard.
Next question will come from Zoom. Lindsay, go ahead.
Hey, Becky, Lindsay Schnell from USA Today.
Can you talk a little bit about, were you waiting for them to put Bonner on Chelsea? Were you surprised by that? Her length really seemed, Chelsea didn't score in the second half, I don't think. She only got off 7 shots.
I'm not surprised they did. Why wouldn't you try something different? That's about the only matchup they didn't try. So I think it's a good adjustment by them. And then when they had early success with it, it just kind of fuels a fire when you don't burn it early. So, again, we'll go back. We'll look at some tapes. There's some things we can do better. But at the end of the day, as great as they were, I think we were way below average in things that we needed to do and things that we can control. Can't control what they do, can't control the adjustments or what they do. But in things that we can control, we can do much better.
Becky, second row to your right.
You got a couple days now before Game 4. How much of this do you want to maybe hammer your players about what may have gone wrong tonight, but also sort of forget it and focus on Game 4? What's the balance there?
Oh, I got a ticked off crew in there. I'm not going to have to say much. Go back, look at ways we can exploit what they're doing, and go throw the ball up. This game was about physicality and mental toughness, and they smoked us on it. Period. The physical follows, but the mental for them was there and not us. And kudos to them for executing their game plan and executing it hard. They didn't do a whole lot different. They just did it harder. They've been blitzing us the whole series. They just did it harder. And we responded soft.
Becky, thank you.
Yep.
To our media